Welcome in, guys, to another Walking Dead Road to Survival video. This your boy JustCMTexx, and you already see what's on the screen. You know what time it is, man. It's time for that tier list again. New year, new me. Nah, I'm just playing. New year, same me. But we're gonna go ahead and get started with the tier list. So I'm doing something a little bit different this time with the tier list. Okay, we have some legacy tunes. These are tunes that you're not going to see talked about in a video. I mean, they just out of meta. Now, some of them are relevant in like faction assault, you know, and stuff like that. But this tier list is more so geared towards, you know, war. So let's go ahead and get into it. And I do have something for the new players if you are new coming into Walking Dead Road to Survival. So you're gonna see some of these tunes be on that new player tier list that you want to get, because it's kind of gonna help you get into the action at some of the lower levels. But we're gonna go ahead and get started with this. Okay, now Andre used to be a S tier tune. He is still very good, you know, because when you attack him and his payback is triggered, he can actually revive somebody. But there's ways to get around that with decap, and you know, if you decap another tune. So he is still pretty effective, and I do still run him on my defense. So Andre is an A tier list tune. Now Ash is up here because, you know, there is a new tune in the game called Craig. We're going to talk about him later, and he gives, you know, bonuses to his faction mates. I think it's like 13.64% or something like that, attack bonuses. And you know, if you put a team together with Ash in there, you know, you kind of got to boost her up because she is a last gen tune. She can still be effective, and she decaps, and that's what's very important about her. She is definitely a B tier list tune. Beta has some reworks, and Beta has now been moved up on the tier list qualification. You know, he is a counter to Eris, so you can definitely look into that as well. Beta is a B tier list tune as well. We now have Holiday Carl. Holiday Carl is very effective against medic tunes. So if you build a team around him where you have debilitating statuses, and he is dealing that debilitating status with stun, you can be able to use tunes like Winter Harrison and absolutely annihilate, you know, some of these stronger medic ran defenses. So Holiday Carl is a definite B plus tier list tune. Christmas Carol, she was a savior for so long, and still is if you're relatively new to the game, because she gives out camouflage, and now it's 100% camouflage. She is definitely a tier list tune. Clem is still effective in the game, especially if you are a newer player to the game. You know, if you can get your hands on her, you want to try to get your hands on her as much as possible. If not, definitely look forward to getting your hands on her, because she is another debilitating status tune, and she's actually a leader. She's pretty good. Clem is a B tier list too. Next on this list, we have Davy. Now Davy is very strong. Nah, I'm just playing. Davy used to be very strong, but if you put him in the right setting, he still can be useful as well. He's definitely a B tier list tune. Overheal, he heals a lot. Claudio, B plus tier list tune, because he has something that's very powerful within his kit, and it's the normalized resist. He gives that to all red tunes, so you put him in a red team, he is gonna help out as much as possible. Cliff is a decent tune, and if you're a new player, you definitely want to try to get your hands on him. He can definitely help you out on your defense. You definitely want to look into that as well. Now Challenge Run, Diamond, she is another status effect tune that can help out when you're going against some of these stronger defensive teams with her stun. She is pretty good as well there too. Easter Eva. All right, now they've done different things to diminish Easter Eva power, but Easter Eva still absolutely positively slaps. She is very, very strong. You can still be able to use her in a lot of setups. I'm seeing some of my faction mates use her, and in my previous faction, they were using her as well. She's still very good. You know, Just watch out when you have Jeremiah out there because he can kill her. But other than that, she's good to go. You definitely want to look into getting her. She is a S tier tune. Now, Eva. Eva is going to be a new tune that you want to get your hands on as a, if you're new to the game. She is a pretty decent attack tune and she can be able to help you out. If you're just getting into RTS and you're just starting to get things on the go, she is pretty good there. Ezekiel also is a new tune defensively that you want to be able to use as well too. Just hit me down in the comments. I could give you some combinations of how to use Ezekiel if you are a new player to Walking Dead Road to Survival. The Gentleman is another one as well too. He is strong for new players, especially at the lower faction ranks and stuff like that. He can still do a lot of damage there as well. Okay, next on this list we have Ghost. Ghost is a very, very strong attack tune. He is also in the mythic market, I believe. So if you're new, get your hands on him. Why? He does a lot of damage and he is a very, very strong decap tune. And he has something unique in his 4th slot where he just gives a flat 20% boost to damage to him and his neighboring teammates. So he is very good there. Gregory the Grouch. He can be good to be used if you are a new player into RTS. He can definitely help because Gregory the Grouch, when he attacks a player, he actually and it crits, he can actually cleanse, take away ransack a player. So he has ransack built in to his kit. So yeah, definitely Gregory the Grouch is one of those guys you definitely want to look into as well too. Another one is Headless Herschel. Headless Herschel can be good for new tunes to get their hands on, and he's also a B rank tune. Why? Because even though he does normalize, but it's random, so he'll randomly normalize one tune, but that can help you out in the start of the battle. Hey, I have another holiday card. What do you know? All right, so we have Isabella here. Isabel is very good in the sense that if you have a yellow attack team, you can kind of mesh something together with her because she gives 15% bonus attack to all yellow tunes. So if you put her in a certain setup like with Sophia, Thanksgiving Sophia, she can be very, very strong. Absolutely strong there. So Isabella's there. Ivanova is a good offensive tune to use if you are new to Walking Dead Road to Survival. Jackie is also a good lead to be able to use too if you are new to Road to Survival as well. So if you're a new player, you want to try to get your hands on some of these tunes. Gia Fang can work pretty well, in a Typhoon team. So she is a B tier list tune, and I believe she has Indomitable. So it's not easy to just, you can't one-shot her. But obviously you go to apply damage with another tune, but you can't one-shot her, so that Indomitable works. And she has, traits that works really well with inside of a Typhoon team. So there you have it. Now, Kenny has fell off, but if you are a new player and you get your hands on Kenny, he slaps. He used to be an S+ rank, but as you know, The Walking Dead keeps building, keeps having new tunes. So Kenny has definitely fall off, but he can be as high as S+ rank. He's very, very good still. You can definitely get your hands on Kenny and use Kenny there. Okay, next we have Conrad. Conrad is a new player tune you want to go ahead and get your hands on. Lady Z as well. Lady Z, if you put her in a red team, she's gonna boost up their attack as well there too. Lori Grimes is a B tier list attack tune. She used to be S+, but game gets older, new tunes come in, different meta. She can still slap, and when she I believe kills somebody, she applies defensive down, so that can help out as well. Laupo, A tier list. She's pretty easy to defeat, but if you don't defeat Laupo and you don't kill her, she can annihilate your team because she gives 2-turn 100% infection and she stuns for 2 turns. So pretty much she's gonna take 2 tunes out, and that could be a problem. You definitely want to go ahead and deal with her. Lydia, Mrs. Original She Slaps, was very good. One of the best free to play, probably second best free to play player you could ever get your hands on. She was so good for a long time. She's up here as a new tune to get, and she's pretty good. Marcus is decent because he's an indomitable tune as well, but he also has 60% chance to stun you if you attack him, and he taunts a tune turn 1, and if you put him together correctly in the right defensive team, he could actually take out a couple tunes as well too, especially at the lower level. So Marcus is a B+ tier tune. Now, Michonne is a beheading tune, so she decaps. You want to go ahead and get your hands on her. Michonne 2000 is a guardian tune, but she has a very unique weapon, so if you're new to the game, you want to try to get your hands on her as well. She can help you out. Now, Mike used to be a S+ tier tune. He is still very high. He's still very useful because he can imply infection, heal reduction. Mike is very, very, very good. And you can use him on your offensive team. That's where he's mostly used nowadays. So there we go. We have Mike there. Next we have Mr. Jones. Mr. Jones is a B tier list tune. Mr. Jones can give 10,000 burn if he goes off. I believe he has tenacity too, so he can't be decapped. So you can put him into a good blue team. He'll work out for you. Mr. Lou is a resilience tune. Resilience is not as strong as it used to be, but Mr. Lou has a unique weapon where it could apply infection as well too. So there you have it. Now, new tune, you want to get your hands on Nick. You can build Nick has on a roll, so if he's not stunned or taunted, he continues to build up attack up to 120%. He could absolutely shred as well too. Nimrod was a part of the New World Order B tier list tune. You could kind of used to have like a 1-turn funky setup with him, so there you have it. Pamela Milton, I normally say Pamela Anderson because I get them confused, but Pamela Milton, definitely want to get your hands on her if you're a new person to the game, because she can help you out on defense. She gives plus 50% to green, strong, and alert tunes. Princess, I missed her. She is a legacy tune. Let's go ahead and put her up there. She's not really going to help you out much. Saint Patty Priya is still a very decent lead, especially if you're newer to the game. You can put a nice little blue team behind her and be able to use her as well. That being said, if you pair her with Razzo, they have some good connections going on there. With Razzo being a blue tune, he stuns every turn. Saint Patty Priya, and when she kills somebody or she rushes, I believe it is, she's going to res 2 of her teammates. You kind of got some synergy going there. Razzo can be able to keep one person stunned if somebody else goes down, So he's a B tier list tune. They can work pretty well together. Raulito helps out strong tunes. He is one you want to get your hands on if you're a new player. You can pair him in a team with Ezekiel at the newer levels and be able to use them that way. Reynaldo, he removes bonus HP and can hit like an absolute truck. He was a war tune. Definitely want to go ahead and try to get your hands on him from the war store. If you've already got your other tunes, he could definitely work out there. Rick as well. We have Rick 2000. He was the first command tune. He can definitely be able to help out the new players on that new side if you can be able to get your hands on Rick 2000 as that command tune. Next we have Rosita. Rosita is definitely, she is very, very, very strong if you are a newer player to the game. She also can fit on a nice little yellow team setup, her along with Lydia as well. And what she's gonna do is she's gonna hit pretty hard. She does, but it's only to a single target and everything like that. So she is definitely a tune that if you get a chance to, you want to go ahead and put her in your roster, put her in your team. You know, like I said, she is very very strong, and you know, and that's because also too she has disarm, so she's gonna be good. Rudolph Sheeta, B rank attack tune, does damage to a line, can get very strong. Sam and Time, why are they back in here? Sam and Time is back in here because Sam and Time can be buffed by Craig, and you know, you can kind of put something quirky together and be able to use them. Debilitating statuses as well, hits even harder with that cutthroat. So he's pretty good. Now, Sawyer will be good for a new player to get. Skeleton Steve, also a new player, defensive tune that you probably want to get your hand on. Tara was, you know, one of the strongest leaders in the game as well too. She's kind of fallen off, but if you are new to RTS, like I said, this is for you. You want to go ahead and try to get your hands on some of these tunes at the lower level there. So that's what we have. We have Tara there. Now, next, Thanksgiving Tyrese, decent attack tune. You want to go ahead and try to get your hands on him as well too. Titan, still very effective. All right, with that normalized, especially if you don't have some of the normalized tunes that are out there, such as Georgia, you know, or Yuletide Ezekiel. If you don't have some of those newer tunes, you know, obviously you got to pay for. Titan used to be a Mythic Trial tune, but he's, you know, relatively different to be able to get your hand on him. Gold Mythic will try to aim for that Titan. He could be able to help you out. Now, next on this list is Trader. Trader is a S tier offensive leader. He is still one of the strongest attack leaders in the game. Why? Because Trader confuses for a turn. Confuses for the rest of the battle. And that is very, very powerful to be able to use against some of these stronger defensive tunes. So Trader is one you want to get your hands on, especially if you're a new tune, new player to the game. You definitely want to get your hands on Trader. He's good. Ty is B tier list player as well too. You can kind of put a quirky little burn team together. He'll work out in that team for you as well. Uncle Sam, good for the new players to get. Vance, still very strong, A tier list tune. You can be able to use him on offense and defense in your setups. He's still very strong. Veronica is a new tune that you want to get your hands on as well too. Has some stun and some great potential there to shut down the whole side of an offense if you're at the newer levels. So we have that. Wangfa, still very strong, A tier list defensive leader that you want to be able to put out there. And because he is, you know, a universal leader, what I mean by that is you could put anybody behind him and he protects against burn and bleed and stuff like that. You definitely want to try to get him out of there before he does his signature move. He can be pretty strong in certain setups. So yeah, you definitely have Wangfa there. Now, next on this tier list is Waylon. Waylon is a disarm tune. You want to go ahead and try to get your hands on him if you're a new guy. William used to be very, very strong, but he's a B tier list. You know, he does help against burn and bleed. Used to be for the rest of the battle. Now you can kind of steal this, you know, steal that and everything, but he does heal, and he gives AP to his teammates as well too. So Zachary used to be very strong. Definitely want to get your hands on him if you're a new guy. Applies bleed, could shred a whole entire team. Duck, if you are new, you definitely want to get your hands on Duck. Duck is a very strong offensive tune that you can be able to use out there for the new players. He does rank on the A tier list. I think that especially if you're in that mid game, Duck hits like an absolute truck, and he applies crosshairs, which can help take these tunes down and keep them down for sure. So there you have it there. Peacekeeper, still a problem. S tier list, he's still a problem. You know, even with Sophia in the game, and she could absolutely shred him. There are places where you can absolutely take him out, no doubt about it. but he's still very, very, very strong. And if you put him in a line with another, I'll say that for later. So yeah, Peacekeeper is really good. Next we have Lee. Lee is a B tier list tune because he command and he can revive as well. Lily is here at the B plus list because she is very good when you are using her in war for towers. All right, there's different war setup, different tower setups, but she is still very strong, so she is definitely there if you're using her for war and for towers. You know, Mia is good for the new tunes as well. Michelle is a okay leader. I think she could have been stronger, but she does apply infection. I believe it's like 500% 3 turns. And, you know, if you kind of get her going, you know, especially at the newer levels, she can be pretty strong. Molly, very, she revives. I believe Molly gives Guardian Shield too as well. She's pretty strong, man. You can definitely be able to use her in certain setups. And she has a chance to revive on her signature move too. She's good. She's really, really good. Ophelia, definitely a B tier list leader. I've only seen maybe 2 setups where Ophelia was very, very strong, but turn 1, if you don't kill her, she can take out one of your offensive tunes as well there too. Sebastian, still strong out here in these streets. Definitely want to get your hands on him. You know, there are ways to take him out, of course, we know that, but if you don't and he starts going off, it's over. All right, still pretty strong. Next on this list, we have Sheldon. Burn, baby, burn. You can put him in a team together with other, you know, burn tunes, and he's gonna ignite that fire, man. As a fire starter, he's very, very strong there in that regards. Okay, so next on this list we have Brutus. Brutus is a B tier list tune because Brutus can help you against those blue tunes. All right, he can also normalize them and be able to help out there. And if you pair him with what's his I forgot the leader's name, but if you pair him with the Scotsman, then you know, Scotsman can do his signature move, go off, give Brutus some help, give him that 200% attack, and then Brutus can absolutely shred. All right, Amani, the Voodoo Queen, good for placing her in your tower teams. She can work in certain setups as well too. She does give exhaust, not a lot, I believe it's exhaust, but yeah, she can be good there too as well. So you definitely want to go ahead and have Imani, and she's a resilient tune too, and she has a very good weapon. So Imani is there at the B tier list as well. She can be, matter of fact, she can be as high as A. Let's put in the A tier list. Rosie, same thing. You know, if you don't take her out first, it just becomes a problem because she starts doing defensive down in a sense. I mean, offensive down in a sense to your offensive tunes. You know, I believe it's like -75 or -75% attack to your damage tunes, man. So she can become a problem. Scotsman is only on this list in the B tier list because he does debilitating effects with the stun, and he helps Brutus. RF, strong attack tune. You want to get him. He was a part of the Gold Rush. Ajax is good. He's an A tier list tune. Why? There's so much bonus HP, and he has one of the new skills, special skills, which is the devastating blow, and he could be very strong, man. So you definitely want to look into getting Ajax if you can, because he helps out as well there too. Eris, still strong, even though we have counters in the game. If you know, you know, she's nuts. All right, and if you don't deal with her immediately, she's definitely gonna cause problems with infection, with reviving teammates. It becomes a mess, man, especially in his healing and revive meta. Georgia is very strong in the sense that she normalizes one of the best skills in the game, if not the best skill in the game, that you definitely need to be able to, you know, take out some of these stronger tunes. She could be as high as S+. So Georgia's pretty good as well too. Next on this tier list, we have Jeremiah. Jeremiah, good on the defensive end. And he does normalize to the offensive tunes, so then they can't use their specialist skills. So could be pretty tough there as well. Noor, we know about Noor. She's still bae. She's very strong still as well. Easy to take down, but if you don't take her down and she starts going off, it becomes a problem as well, just like with a lot of these guys there. S tier list leader, off-duty Rick, very strong. Mateo is good here for your new tunes if you get your hands on him, because I believe he has I can't think of the trait right now, but I know. Dang, man, I'm really lost for words right there on that. I can't think of the trait that Mateo has. Matter of fact, let me look it up really quick. Let me tell you what Mateo has. Yeah, unedited, man. You know, this is real. So Mateo, I forgot the name of it. I think it's
look at this. Somebody come look at this.
Okay, neutralized. That's what it is. Mateo has neutralized, man. So you know, if a tune gets to 90% of the AP and they're about to rush, Mateo, if you hit them with Mateo, he'll neutralize them. It'll be reduced so they can't rush. So that's what it is. Preach, very strong against blue tunes. But that's about where he go. So Preach is gonna be there. He does do a lot of debilitating effects if you have that blue team. Next, we have the Wanderer. Very strong. The Wanderer gives camouflage. He can hit pretty hard. He also can have Marcus's weapon in his hand, so as he's attacking, he's also taking away 3 debilitated. He's taking away 3. He's ransacking the offensive team, you know, taking away 3 effects from them too. So he could be very strong. So we have him there. Axel, ATLS, very strong offensive tune as well. Next on this list, we have Carl 2000. Carl 2000 is another strong tune that you can put on your defensive team. Circuit is good, and Circuit is an S tier list tune. Why? Because she provides halo, and if you don't kill that team turn 1, she's reviving everybody, or if you don't decap them, Circuit just becomes a problem, man. Eugene 2000, he needs to be in the main setup. If he's not in the main setup, he's not gonna work as efficiently. But if he is in main setup, and he is a nightmare, he can be very strong there as well. Kyle, A rank tune. I want to definitely apply him to your defense. Laura, S+. Why you want to apply Laura to your S+ team, why she's on this S+ rank, is because she helps everything do turn 1, and she provides AP, and she revives and everything like that. So she's very useful in that sense. Maggie Green is a B tier list tune. She's not really strong. She was given away for free, so what could you pretty much expect from that? Because like I said, she was free, so that's what you could expect from her pretty much. Now, next on this list we have Marge. Marge is a B tier list tune as well. You know, if you get her going, she can be pretty good. She can be pretty useful. But she was a battle pass tune, so you know, if she's going with that head cracker, she's cleansing. She's also applying Daze habilitating effect there as well, so she can be pretty useful. And on her weapon, she does have exhaust on hit, you know, so like I said, she can be pretty decent as well there too. Next on this list, we have Martinez. Martinez is a tier list rank tune. You know, like I said, if he gets started and he rushes, you know, he applies burn. He can be pretty strong. Oceanside Sadiq, not as useful as, you know, he once was. You know, he was useful for probably 2 weeks, and then after that, He wasn't pretty as strong no more. So there you have it. Next on this tier list we have Pete Anderson. Pete Anderson is in the mythic market. You know, you would have to put him in such strong setups in order for him to even be able to work the way you need him to. So definitely Pete Anderson is a B rank list tune. Raven slaps. Absolutely strong. Roxy, A tier list tune. Okay, once they fix her kit, she's gonna be even better. I think she's one of the best ones they put into the War Tune store. Off Duty Shane, don't even have to talk. We already know how he is. He's very, very strong. Top offensive leader in the game, man. He's so strong, man. And then you can put his off-duty weapon in his hand, and he kills, he revives, and 1535 enhanced. He becomes a nightmare, man. It's very, very, very strong, man. So there you have it. All right, next on this list we have Slasher Alpha. To me, best defensive leader in the game. She's pretty strong, man, because she will daze 3 at the start of battle. So in this turn 1 meta, if she's dazing 3 of your offensive tunes, it's a problem. So yeah, you have her there. She's pretty strong. Only viable with you know, tough and strong tunes. So there you have it. Better put him at the B tier list. I haven't really got my a chance to get my hands on him. He is the faction assault tune, but he could be pretty good. Definitely didn't get a chance to use him yet. Tyrese, A tier list. Defender, Jesus can be strong. He can be as high as the S tier list as well there too. Agent 46, very strong offensive tune, slaps. Next on this list we have Argus. Okay, and Argus is new. He's from the war and last War of Champions that just passed. So he can be pretty strong too, but you just have to build him up. You definitely have to build him up. Eric, very strong defensive tune. Haven't got a chance to look at him and use him as much, but he's a very decent tune there. Craig, definitely pull for him. You can go ahead and check my video out. Very strong and a direct counter to Eris. That's gonna help out there. Rhodey is very strong as well as a burn tune. You know, you get her started, she can be able to help you out as well there. Thanksgiving Dale, put him in the setup. He's gonna help your strong tunes, giving that 15% bonus. Now we know who this is. This is Thanksgiving Sophia, and she is S tier, best tune in the game right now, hands down. Winter Benjamin, B plus tier list tune. If you put him in the right setup, he can be able to help, and he actually does ransack as well, and applying debilitating statuses with Confused. Winter Harrison, people sleep on him, absolutely slaps when you put him in the right team. Definitely want to get your hands on him when he come back around. Now, next on this list we have Winter Madison. Good defensive tune, but you need to put her in the right setup with the strong tunes because she can be a doozy. You know, going off with that Guardian Shield and heals, she start healing right off of the bat. Problem. Winter Marcus is a debilitating status leader, and yes, you can use him. He stunned somebody, I believe it is stun for the rest of combat, man, and he doesn't do damage, but he's applying all these debilitating statuses all over the place, helping your team out. So if you put him in that team, you know, with Winter Marcus and some of these other, you know, things like Craig, you know, and then put Craig in a team with Sam and Tom, it can become a problem, man. So it's pretty tough there, right? Next we have Yuletide Ezekiel, S tier list, normalize. It's all you need to know about him. He normalizes. And Zoo is out now as a one of the tunes that is out on the advanced wheel. He's decent, and he does give infection turn 1. So, you know, if you put him in certain teams, certain setups, he can be able to start that infection rolling and killing and stuff like that. And he's pretty strong, man. So there, man, there you have it, man. This is the tier list for January. There are a lot of tunes in the Walking Dead RTS, man. A lot of tunes. So thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you for watching. Thank you for all the support. This your boy Just Call Me Text, man. This was a long one. Peace.
I know.